teachings on the Antichrist, and you said Amalek is linked with Gog and Magog. Could you expand on this? Are they separate, or are they of one of the nations that fight against God?
Okay. Sorry, Sister, I want to just repeat the question. You were saying?
I was just going to ask the rabbis, do you have any teachings on the Antichrist or any traditional teachings? And you said Amalek is linked with Gog and Magog. Could you expand on that? Are they separate, or are they one of the two nations that fight against God?
Right. The question from the sister is, do you have anything in the Torah about the Antichrist? And Gog and Magog, sorry?
Is Amalek the same as Gog and Magog?
Sorry?
Is Amalek part of
Oh, and is Amalek the same as Gog and Magog?
About the Antichrist, really we have our policy not to go in any religious discussions, and we cannot comment, especially as when we are in exile status, we are avoiding to speak about government, commenting about governments and about any movements and other religions. We are not commenting about anything like that. About the second question about Amalek and Gog and Magog, again, as I explained, that we cannot point. Amalek and Gog and Magog is not something what we can point of a person, this person, this person, this person. Amalek and Gog and Magog, this is a concept to understand. This is people that are uprooting from God. Now, Amalek and Gog and Magog doing the same job. The same job. Amalek raised for 3,500 years ago. And Gog and Magog will be in the times when it will be before the redemption of the world. This is in today's times. So, of course, Amalek, we can say this is the, I don't know how to say that, like the children of, Gog and Magog are the children of Amalek. I would say that on this way. It's not physical children, but this is the same concept. This is the movement who try to uproot people away from God, away from the belief, away from to live a life according to the believing God. This is the description of Amalek and Gog and Magog. Both is the same, but not physically are the same. At that time, 40,000 years ago, Amalek was described on a special nation. But in today's day, this applies to any specific person. To can't understand who is included in Amalek and Gog and Magog, you have just to use your eyes and your mind just to understand and see who are uprooting people from God. And as I said, the Zionists are the front runners on that. I'm not here to say any criticizing other nations, on other movements, on other governments, so I cannot point out of any one. But on the Zionists I can point out. And everybody just open their eyes, so you will see that you don't have to come to my recommendations.
Rabbi Sophie, you want to say?
Yes?
You want to say something?
About what?
About the question from the sister?
What was the question exactly?
And the question is, what does the Torah say about the Antichrist, was it? About the Antichrist? And about Gog and Magog? Is Gog and Magog the same as Amalek?
Well,
You can speak in there.
well, I think the rabbi explained it beautifully, but however, we have Rabbi Malbim. He identified the two nations of Gog and Magog, which are basically nations. Amalek, as the rabbi said, Amalek was in one times of the wars between the Jews and Amalek. It was vanished. It was stopped to exist as a one nation. It was spread all over the world. And as the rabbi said, is that every one agent in every government every nation, and you can see it alone, is about the people who represent movements, governments, moving about policies that would like to uproot God. Exactly like in the United States, they had a whole movement, just even that the Ten Commandments, which are shows believing God, which everyone believed in that, they uprooted it. They said that it shouldn't be in front of every court in the courtyard, in a court system of the United States. Again, they uprooted it. For example, even some people in America today, even on dollar, it's written in God we trust. Some people said, "Oh, that's religious. That's a religious." They try to force on us religion. Take it away. Even though in the United States, he had in the covenant, in the Constitution of the United States, it was that they believe in God, that there's freedom of religion. Yes, today in the United States, you have a lot of movements. I don't want to say any names. Probably you know about it. They try to force to uproot any type of believing in God. Yeah. And the rabbi said it beautifully. I don't have anything to add. Just about you have it in England also. Even the Muslims were fighting against for their existing about the believing God, that they were trying to force them to learn policies which are to say that there is no commitment to believe in God. It's just a theory. No, it's not a theory. It's a fact. We believe in God. We believe in the Torah. You also believe in God. And yes, we're committed to serve God and to believe in God. And as I said, there's a lot of agents, yes, all over the world, from Amalek and from Magog. And the Zionists, as the rabbi says, they have a nice stake, a nice share in that part of Gog and Magog, up to uprooting, believing God, and to destroy any type of force of believing God. That is Gog and Magog, and that's also Amalek. They're running together. Yes, it's two different nations, but they're running together to do one job, to remove any believing God. Thank you.
Thank you, Rabbi. Any questions from the sisters? Yes, sister?
You can use that mic now. You use the other one as well.
Oh, yeah, okay. Can you pass that around then? We'll use this one.
So you said that you live in Stamford Hill and that 95% of the Jews there are anti-Zionist. So, the Jewish community in Golders Green, how would you describe them? Would they be like anti-Zionist, or are they Zionist, or I would just like more information about that community, because I kind of live sort of Golders Green.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to advise you to speak about Zionism in Golders Green, because the people there, they're less understanding, yes, this dispute. Unfortunately, the education there is not based of anti-Zionism, though there is a lot of people which are anti-Zionist in Golders Green, but the spirit there, it's been controlled by Zionist movements, unfortunately. Unlike Stamford Hill, which is very, very stronghold of anti-Zionist movements and communities like Satmar, Pshevorsk, Vision Monsey, and of course, especially in Tir Karta. But it will not be advice for you to conduct, argument or sharing of views in Golders Green, because it might find a lot of Zionists which are based there, yes, and they might misbehave themselves, and even some of them will call maybe to be pro-genocide or pro-occupation of Palestine. But although even in Golders Green you have a lot of anti-Zionist Jews and Jews that are not interested, there's a big millions of Jews are now opening their eyes. I speak to many, even from Golders Green. Not only in the Golders Green, you have in Gateshead, you have in Manchester. Thousands of Jews are opening their eyes and see that the occupation of Palestine was a bitter mistake. Who's talking about the genocide? Many people now understand. I tell it to people, to Zionists, religious Zionist Jews, is that right to come to take people from their own land from their own land to kick them out? In 1948, they forced Palestinians to walk hundreds of miles without food and water to Lebanon and to Jordan. Many of them, thousands of them, has died by starvation. Starvation didn't start in Gaza today. Starvation started in 1948 when they kicked out these noble, beautiful, great people from their villages without any water and food. Just took them out of their house and get lost, go away from them. They were shooting them above their heads. Not everyone understood that was a crime. As I said, Muslims and Palestinians especially were demonized. that in order to understand that it's a natural thing to take this house of this great person. And he said, no, it's a normal thing for me to take his house. Why? Because I want it for me. Where is been heard in the world that someone built a house? You have a farm, you have a possession of property, and I'm telling him, till now it was yours, but from now on it's mine. You know who's the worst robbers, the worst burglars are behaving like that. It's people have no humanity. Animals are even better than them. Animals are better than them. So I advise you not to go into Golders Green to what? To go into political debates, because you may find some Zionists, which are they. It's not will be healthy for you, not for them. But in Stamford Hill, you're welcome to what? To have a lot of women will share with you views, how much they're against what world Zionism, against the occupation, against the genocide, against this systematically annihilation of the Palestinian people, which was the greatest sin in the world in recorded history. I just can't believe it. I can't believe that the world is quiet and watch. I'm wondering, I wake up, by me it's a nightmare. I sleep at night. Mr. Hosein, he knows, but the messages when I send him 3 o'clock a.m. and I tell him I can't sleep, I can't eat. I all the time think about the destruction of the Palestinian people. How could it be that people call themselves Jews will behave like Nazis, like fascists, like the worst nationalist people? So my advice to you, you're welcome. I can give you my phone number. You can come to talk with my wife, with more Jewish women. I can arrange it for you, that they can talk, share views. And you should see, you'll be amazed how there's, you see thousands of Jews there who love the Palestinians, against the genocide, against the starvation, and against this most illegal fascist occupation of Palestine. Thank you. Thank you.
Anything from the sisters? Anything more? Any questions? Okay, so we now move to the brothers. Any questions from the brothers?
I'll ask a question.
Okay.